My dear students, today's topic is lymph or tissue fluid. It is another fluid connective tissue that floats inside the specialized vessels known as lymph vessels. Now let's discuss about the composition of lymph. Lymph is a colorless fluid containing high concentration of WBC, specialized lymphocytes. The overall composition of lymph is similar to blood with the exception of absence of RBCs, platelets and some plasma protein, and in having less calcium and phosphorus than their levels in the blood. It also contains all the ions present in the blood plasma. Now let's move on to the lymphatic system. It is an elaborate network of vessels which collects the interstitial fluid or tissue fluid along with some protein molecules, drains it back into the major vein. The lymphatic vessels are present in all tissues except the central nervous system and cornea. Now let's look into the formation of lymph. As the blood passes through the capillaries of the arterial system into the tissue, some water along with many water-soluble substances come out in the spaces between the cells of tissues. But a very small amount of proteins come out from the capillary with the plasma, leaving the larger protein and most of the formed element into the blood vessel. The fluid thus released out is called interstitial fluid or ECF or extracellular fluid or tissue fluid. After entering the lymph vessel, the ECF becomes lymph. Now, what are the functions of lymph? Lymph performs the various important functions. Number 1, it acts as an important carrier of nutrient, hormones, etc. Number 2, absorption of fat also occurs through lymph in the lacteals present in the intestinal villi that you have already learned in chapter 16. Though this chapter is not included in your syllabus this year, but you have already read in class 10. So hope you know about the lacteals. Number 3, it also helps in the renewal of ECF that I have just mentioned above. Number 4, maturation of lymphocytes, that is B cells and T cells occur with the help of lymph nodes releasing them into the lymph. Finally, number 5 helps in keeping the tissue fluid moist. So the lymph first reach the lymph node like thymus, tonsil, Peyer's patch, spleen, etc. in the body. Now, how can we differentiate between the blood and lymph? Let's discuss. Lymph is colorless as red blood cells are absent here, while blood is red in color due to the presence of RBC that contain hemoglobin that makes it red. Lymph consists of plasma and very low number of WBC, while in blood it consists of plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. The glucose concentration is higher in the lymph than that of the blood. Clotting of lymph is comparatively slower than that of the blood. Lymph transports material from tissue cells into the blood, while blood transports material from one organ to other. Lymph flows very slowly while blood flows very fast. Lymph, that is, it moves in one direction, that is from the tissue to subclavian veins, while the blood moves away from the heart and towards the heart. Finally, the plasma present in the lymph has less protein, calcium and phosphorus, while the plasma in the blood has more protein, calcium and phosphorus. So these are the differences between lymph and blood. So hope you understood the topic of lymph, its composition, lymphatic system, formation of lymph and functions of lymph, and finally the difference between the blood and the lymph. So wait for the next video that is about circulatory pathways that I am going to discuss in my next video. Till then, bye.